Here we are, Superfox Promotions, and tonight I'm interviewing Mr. Joe Solo.
How goes it?
The last minute, we had this emergency show tonight. We had 3 days to get something together, so Joe Solo was the last one to say, "Hey, man, I can come in." So here he is.
Somebody's got to help.
And tonight's his first interview, so I get to ask him anything I want. So what I'd first like to say is, I know you have first of all, you have a new album that you just released. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, basically, it's like the first couple sets of songs that I ever wrote. I figured, it'd probably be best to release a transition from where I started from, from what I wrote, a little bit after that, and so on and so forth. That way people can see the little bit of growth of the music.
So it goes from when you were a youngster all the way up into kind of like a metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a butterfly, maybe
There we go.
Cool.
Butterfly effect, I guess.
Cool, okay. And so I also want to know, so when did you know you wanted to be a performer? What got you inspired to do that?
Hearing Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Really?
As a kid. I love Nirvana, so much.
I know there's a lot of influences of different kinds of music. I know when I talk to different people and I ask them what kind of influences to hear, it's always somebody different.
Yeah.
But a lot of Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
People do mention Alice in Chains.
I do love Alice in Chains.
It is always,
Nirvana got me started, man.
But it is always Alice in Chains, though, that everybody says they hear. No matter what, it's always the one band that I do hear them say.
Right.
So I know, and I also know that every time that you play, you always have different stories that you tell. So I guess a lot of stories go into your lyrics and a lot of your songwriting. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, the songs that I wrote tonight, the Hawk High Over Me song, I wrote that, kind of thinking about how my grandfather would always, he was, I have a little bit of Native American in me, and he'd always tell me about my mom's spirit animal when I was a kid, because she died when I was really young. He tried to help me, get through that process. And he'd tell me that, every time I saw a hawk, that was her, and I always see hawks everywhere I go. I could be in the middle of the city where there's, people don't normally see hawks, and I'll see a hawk, and I always feel like it's guiding me on the right path. So whenever I found that hawk on the job site, like I said, I found my vessel, I took its feathers and feet, and felt like, I kind of made a connection with that spirit animal, so that's kind of where that story came from. And then, a couple songs like the Kyle song that I played tonight, that was about my really good friend that he started a band way back in high school, and he got hooked on pills, and, I felt really bad for his mom, and we had the funeral, and I, ended up making up a song to play at the funeral, I just, I feel like it helps me vent with what happens in life, basically. So that's why there's stories.
Do you think also some of your songs help not only yourself, but maybe help other people heal as well? Do you think of yourself as a healer?
I don't know.
A way?
That'd be cool if it does help.
Because it sounds like, the way you said that you wrote it for the funeral, maybe it also helped in your own way. Maybe it helped somebody else do some healing as well, maybe.
That's what I want to happen.
Because there are healers in this world. I'm sure you've known about that. So what kind of Native American are you?
Shawnee.
I'm Choctaw, so cool. You wouldn't know it. I look Irish as heck.
Yeah.
I have Irish, German, and French, but yeah, I do have some Native American.
I'm mostly German.
Yeah, so
German. A little bit of Native American.
Okay. So what are your plans in the future? What do you see yourself doing?
I want to eventually get to where I'm touring. I just been a little, standoffish on that idea because my kids aren't, I feel like they're not at that point where I can go on a tour yet, but I want to be where I can go off and just not feel, held back by, thinking too much are they all right, or maybe if they're a little bit older, they could come on tour with me.
Right.
My sister volunteered, if I ever got signed, she's a teacher. She'd be like, hey man, I'll be the teacher.
Right. But then, as you know, that she can't always be the father, so that's great. She can't be the dad.
Yeah.
Anybody can be a father, we know that, but be a dad, so that's great. Well, do you have anything else that you want to say, or you're in the public eye right now. You can say anything.
I love you guys. If you love my tunes, even if you don't love my tunes, love you, man. And basically, That's what I feel like music is. It's a connection with people and love and the vibration that drives us all, man, the universe. So, you guys kick ass.
Well, here he is, Joe Solo. You can check him out. If you do you have a Facebook page?
I have Facebook and I have a Reverb Nation and a Bandcamp.
You can always check them out through my page as well, Superfox Promotions. This is going to go on YouTube. That's how you're going to see this. So you can click on links there. So thanks a lot for watching another Superfox Promotions interview. Come to a show. Support local music.
That's
we
right.
love you.
We love you.
Bye.